able to do the Oh, that's a hard one. Kevin Jackson, that's a hard one. Maybe God, they're both good, but I'll say the Isley Brothers. Only because I hear like hits from like Earth, Wind, and Fire and stuff like that, but it's just like people don't play them as much as you think they would. So yeah, that's my choice. But anyways, let's get back to the tax at hand. So what we're going to talk about tonight is we're going to talk about this game, which did kind of end it a little bit earlier than usual because I forgot it was a 6 o'clock game. So yeah, but yeah, we're gonna talk about the Bucks game. We're gonna talk about last night's AEW Collision. And also gonna talk about Harley Quinn season 5. I was gonna say episode 6 or something like that. I don't know what I'm thinking. Marvin Gaye. Okay, can we get into some wrestling questions or basketball questions and comic books questions and stuff like that? But anyways, let's talk about this game. They were good. They were doing good in the first half. Then just suddenly, like that third quarter, it's like they just shut down. It was just like that insane. Uh, Text Kala, hello. MDK, hey, what's going on? Hey, Dodo, what's up? uh, Mason says, what's your favorite basketball team? My hometown team, so I had to go for them. Um, but anyways, this game, like I said in the beginning, it was getting good. Like, we was hoping that they figured it out, but a few like boneless plays, well, passing. I would say a few boneless passing moves they did. Also, defense wise, they still stuck in that like trying to trap the paint and not like to try to defend the three. Um, Part of that I would blame Doc Rivers on. I'm not going to blame the complete game on Doc Rivers, just some of it. Like I said, I give the blame to Doc Rivers. Also give the blame to some of the players. And I'm going to give the blame to the refs because there were a few bad calls and just some that's like really like questionable. But I liked it that Terrence Nan tried to fake the like Andre Jackson Jr. pushed him, try to get like a call. So
that was hilarious.
Right, it got reversed on him,
and then he got pissed off and got ejected.
Yup.
And he was pissed too.
Oh yeah, he was mad. Say like, I know y'all trying to like get these young dudes like in trouble and stuff like that, but it was just insane, just stupid.
Focus.
Why you do that to me? Why do you do that to me?
Because I'm mean.
Yeah, we know that. But
Oi! Weren't mean when I bought pretzel, was I?
No, you wasn't mean when you brought the pretzel.
Weren't mean when I bought sodas, huh? Was I?
No, you wasn't mean when you brought sodas. I won't be mean if we end up getting early breakfast tomorrow.
God, that'd be nice.
See, back in the winning spot. My night's going good, Officer Noah. Are you a real officer? Do you support the Bills? Do you mean like Buffalo Bills? Clarify by that, MDK. Like, is it the Buffalo Bills or like what you talking about? Oh wow, welcome to the channel. Never had like an officer on here on the live, so that's interesting. So
what thing? Police, army.
Oh,
If it's an officer, what branch? Police, army?
I think it's police. So yeah, that's something different.
Kudos to you, whatever your service is. And thank you for your service.
Yeah, the wife says thank you for your service, Officer Noah. But yeah, TPD. I know it's a police department. I don't know if it's like Tampa or Toronto or wherever the case may be. So yeah, thank y'all for y'all service.
Yeah, definitely. Anybody, I know the police and military and stuff get a lot of bad raps, but we support, especially the military. Our son goes off for basic training tomorrow.
Yeah.
This mama is having a really hard time because I got 16 weeks without my son. So I'm having a really hard time right now, so I'll apologize. I have to go and spend some time in the bedroom. This is what I was telling you about.
Ooh. I think you showed a little bit of video.
Yeah.
What is like the full video
It's
of
a
it?
full video.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't tell the cops the dog had bitten her. They cancelled the call. That was the call originally.
Okay, let me
Responded to reports of a fight inside the mall Friday, and when police arrived, mall security told them the fight was over and everyone involved left. What Wauwatosa police say mall security did not tell them was that a canine bit someone. Wauwatosa police telling 12 News in an email, mall security did not request any police enforcement for the disorderly behavior.
Oh, wow.
And they couldn't get the dog off of the girl.
Oh, okay, you said Buffalo Bills. Yeah, I like the Buffalo Bills. She don't.
Don't hold that against me.
Neither representatives for Mayfair Mall nor the security company Andy Frank.
God, they always something about fighting.
Right, but you can't call the police 1 minute and say there's a fight and everybody dispersed and went home, and
Right.
hide the fact that there was a dog bite.
Exactly.
And that dog would not release that girl. That the people who were there, the security guards, were literally having to punch the dog and try and wrestle its mouth open, because that woman can now go after him.
Oh yeah.
Look at that! Did you see what they did on the infield? They just showed it on the grass. They had his signature cut into the grass.
That's probably gonna be a fun home opener tomorrow for the Brewers.
That's gonna start being interesting.
Yeah, that too. Like facial scans, that's gonna be interesting. The Dallas Cowboys. I feel sorry for you, no. I feel sorry for you. I think cause I know for the long time ago, oh, thank you. I'll let her know that you saw her last video. When she come back in here. But for the Dallas Cowboys, I think there's a few problems I have with the Dallas Cowboys. I will talk about this now. One thing with the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones is trash. I don't follow them that often, so I don't know, their deal. But I know, they had some winning seasons, then, can go farther in the playoffs. So that's all I know. And I know they didn't make it to the playoffs this past season. And one of the reasons, they let go of Mike McCarthy. Like I said, I think our bigger issue is the owner. Prediction for the 49ers. Oh, that's one of the teams I don't like either. It's not because of the team, just to let y'all know that about 49ers. It's the fans that gets on my nerves and makes me dislike the team. Because, I would have gotten over it, they beat the Packers, sometimes in the playoffs and especially in the NFC Championship. Some of those things you can let go, but just some of the fans is just oh my God, it's just that bad. Some Dallas Cowboy fans are that bad too. So it's just crazy. So it's the fans of the Cowboys, like I said, I can't say anything about the owner because like I don't know that much, about Jerry Jones. I know he's rich and owns the team. That's all I know. Um, and it's like some of these teams is like, why are you trying to buy like so much of this? A whole bunch of players that that's not going to work out. So yeah, that's just silly. It's like they try and call themselves like they the Lakers dynasty or something like that, just for how much money they spend on players that they do not need.
One in the fridge for you, okay?
Okay, thank you. And yeah, it's just that it just does not work. So that's just my thing with Dallas. Raiders fans were the worst. I have a friend that's like a big Raiders fan. Regardless they was in Oakland, Los Angeles, or in Vegas, he's still a fan of them to this day. And I have nothing to say about the Raiders. I just think they was just like mistreated in Oakland. I think they should have stayed there, but that's just me. Anyways, moving along, let's get to the quarter status for tonight's game. Like I mentioned,
Horrendous. What?
No said he saw your video yesterday.
Oh, of Robert Stadd's funeral?
Yeah. He said it. Y'all Raiders fans are the worst. I can't say anything about that. So, because
come to Wisconsin and live with Packers fans.
Yeah, you will say that.
Listen here, Jonesy.
I'm listening.
I support teams that I like based on what I like, not based on the state I live in.
What's wrong with that?
Because that's not how it works in England.
That's England.
I'm English.
Still.
Liverpool.
You don't like your football team of
Margate FC?
Yeah.
No. They're a bad team. They've always been a bad team. Margate Football Club, okay, compared to like Liverpool and Manchester United, would be like high school football team playing against NFL. That's how the different leagues run. They're like way down in the league. They're like basically, you know how when I watch Full Monty, he says I can get us into a football match. There's a good team who are playing at the Rec on the weekend. That's what it is. It's like a club that just, you know how here where you've got recreation booklets that come out and you go through and it's like, okay, we got football, we got basketball teams you can sign up for. That's what Margate FC is.
Oh.
It's like that.
Oh,
it's not professional in the sense that everybody who plays for them, that's all they do. So that's like the lowest end of the soccer leagues. And then it works the way up to where there's money.
Is this like a development lead or something like that?
Not even that.
Oh, okay.
Not even that.
But
the thing is that they do. I'll say this. I gotta be honest. They were great to go watch when during the summer. They were great to go watch, and at the local there is a stadium. It's not big. It's like the equivalent of like South Milwaukee's football thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what the stadium is kind of like for Margate FC.
Oh, wow.
It was seating though. But it was good to go to if you wanted to take your kids along because they're driving you absolutely goddamn batshit crazy.
Right.
It was a good thing to go to see. Lots of families go up and watch their park football players and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. I just didn't follow them. So...
Dang, they was treated that low.
But that's where the money was. It's not that they were treated low. If you are a football club, like, would you put, for argument's sake, the money that, say, the UWM get, not UWM, UW-Madison get for the Badgers, right?
Yeah, right.
Is about 10 times more than local football clubs get in England.
Wow.
Money-wise. So there's not a lot of this. So you can't hire the best coaches that there are and the best managers and stuff that there are. The managers are guys like you who are passionate about the sport but hold a day job.
Oh.
The football players are guys like you who are passionate about the game but hold a day job and go train after work. It's only when you get the more money and more things coming in that things, start to change. But it's... because you then go from there. Then you've got Maidstone Football Club.
Right.
Maidstone Football Club is like the equivalent of the Herd.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Development League, yeah.
Yeah, and then it moves up like that. Now, if you're in Margate Football Club and you want to go to Maidstone, you better work your hardest to go to the tryouts for them. And
Right.
they do hold tryouts a lot.
Like they do here for the Herd.
Yeah, and that's how it works up. So it's not that the players are bad or anything. It's just that the money isn't there.
Yeah, the money ain't there, yeah.
And you've got to really, work on it. They're the ones who are holding fundraisers for new uniforms and stuff.
Right. Man. Didn't know some teams were like, financial wise was that bad. That's crazy. Imagine if the Bucks was like in that situation, and even if we didn't get this arena built, we most likely would have lost the Bucks. Just thinking about it, and
Judging by the coaching that we've had recently, never mind. I won't say what I'm thinking.
No, go ahead. We on the bus topic, so why not?
Well, it's like they say that they're trying to make all these changes to get us a championship team again.
Right.
And it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I think the pieces are there, although I only gonna blame like 10% of it of injuries, but it's starting to be more and more like it's the coaching.
Absolutely. And they're not calling timeouts when they should. There were plenty of times I'm not just on about tonight's game, but in other games where a timeout could have been called to stop the other team's momentum.
Right.
And it's not always about, boosting your team, it's about at times stopping the other team.
Exactly.
Come on, Mindy. From carrying on.
Right, exactly. Because it seems like their momentum do be like when they try to come back up, then other team calls a timeout, and it's like their momentum was just like gone as soon as like that team calls a timeout. So I see what you're saying. You're right, and I know we talked earlier that they should. Nothing against Doc Rivers, but I think today and age on today's league, he's not a good coach. Maybe
I think he's a good advisor.
Yeah.
Because he's got the knowledge.
Right. So it's most likely like if they do let him go after this season, just put him up to the GM and fire John Horst.
I agree with that one.
So do that. Put him up there because he's a good basketball mind, but coaching wise, he's not good at today's standards. So then again, we got Taylor Jenkins from the Grizzlies that's available, and shockingly, they fired him. So maybe they'll pick him up. Or I know some people was thinking of Rajon Rondo, but he said he's not ready to coach yet, which I understand because Rajon Rondo comes in for the Bucks like at times just give advice and stuff like that and work on some players.
I was going to say, we've seen some really good coaching from the support staff. But we need that one person who gels it all together.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, Doc is great in the fact that I think he would be great overseeing everything.
Yeah. But just not as a coach. But yeah, it's just they can do that because I do agree. Some of the moves that John Horst had did ain't nothing to do with the draft. So I'm not saying that. It's mainly what he does. With some of the draft picks. With Jay Crowder give like 5 draft picks, a lot of second round draft picks that we got before. Then suddenly they all gone. So, but I'm glad the trade that we did with like Chris Middleton, we end up with at least what was it like about 2 draft picks. They was both in the second round. I think it was 2020, this year's and either 2026 or 2028. It was one of the two. So probably someday I'm going to look that up. I'm going to do that in a bit, but let's just talk about the stats and stuff on this game. Like I said earlier, it looks like the Bucks were like doing good, and we was looking like something promising. Um, Atlanta 37. Then you got the Bucks scored the highest quarter in the game for the team, 44. Then second quarter it was okay, but it's like some of the things, turnovers and offensive boards plague the Bucks, which is true. Um, yeah, it's like I think they trying to do like crazy things, like try when they supposed to take care of the ball they don't. But I don't know why Doc is like getting on them or like that. It's just like they can't deal with the pressure of when other teams like get him on defense, especially like when Giannis get like double team. Half of the times he don't pass it, he try to do hero ball, and that's a problem. But also the coach ain't telling them that they gotta hold on.
When you think about it, it's hard to imagine that, but we're shooting 70%, so that means we're making a lot of shots, and they were still beating us down the floor. And so, listen, we got to fix it.
Yeah, you gotta fix it, but you're not fixing it. Actions speak louder than words. But yeah. Anyways, second quarter, like I said, that's the highest scoring quarter that the Hawks have. 45 to the Bucks 31. Then the third quarter, and that's when it all went to hell. Um, Atlanta's 36, and the lowest scoring quarter for the Bucks that they had in the game, 17. Then you got the fourth quarter, the lowest that the Hawks had scored in the game, um, 27 to Milwaukee's 32. Yeah. Well, I would say yes and no. Like the pieces is there, but they don't have the coach, or the coach won't spend the time for the work with the young players to guide them. And we already know Doc Rivers' motto that he doesn't use young players. But in this case, in this season, he had no choice.
With fucking teams all young players.
Right. And plus, us being the oldest team in the NBA at some point, and no moves weren't being made or anything like that to get younger, which maybe and after the championship in 2021, we probably would have won it in 2022 if it wasn't for Chris Middleton's injury. And that's another issue. Why it was a good move. It was time to get rid of Chris Middleton, but they should have got rid of him within the last like year or two. But yeah, it was just over for Chris. It was just over, and although it was like a little bit too late to pull the trigger, but I don't know. It's something they should have just worked on. But anyways, but yeah, the pieces are there. We're maybe like one center and one better coach away from being a great team. Good team, but not great team. So yeah. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't hate Doc Rivers, and I think he got a great basketball mind, but like him being like a coach,
But use his mind.
right? Just today's game is
Reiterated it a bit more, didn't it?
yeah. It just he just needs to like just be like a GM or be like president of basketball operations or something like that. Wherever title they'll give him to like push him up. But I don't see him as a coach. I really don't. So like
we had hope, didn't we?
yeah, we did. Like you give people the opportunity to see what they can do, but if it ain't gonna go anywhere, it's not gonna go anywhere. Yeah, thank you, No. But yeah, just one of those things you just can't see it. Like he's just better off just being a GM or president of basketball operation for the Bucks. But yeah, John Horst gotta go. Yeah, I think it's time. Like I'm grateful that he did good, through the years and stuff like that. But they should have let him go last year when Detroit wanted to have him as GM. They should have just let him go. But I guess they thought they was still gonna have some hope for him. But yeah, it's time for him to go. But anyways, let's go for team status, and I think we probably talk about it a little bit too much.
Never.
The wife says never.
It's about the sport. It's related to the thing. It's not like we're talking about the best chocolate chip cookie recipe, which I have a fantastic one for.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do.
Ooh. Maybe I end up buying some cookie dough.
I'd have to make it by hand, then it would be the actual proper one, but anywho. But what I'm saying is, you're talking about something that's relevant to the game, so, yeah.
No, I get what you're saying. With the Hawks, their team status 50-94 with 53.2% from the best chocolate chip recipe is my grandma's.
Do you know what? Nothing can ever beat a grandma's cookie.
Well, you're a grandma, so
I know I am.
probably when you make Jason cookie, you'd be like,
Like the smiley had today from stealing yours.
oh yeah, that that brownie.
That cookie brownie.
Cookie brownie, yeah. That is true. 50-94 with 53.2% from the field. Then their 3-point percentage is okay, but it's not like really like big. 17-48 with 35.4% from three. And yeah, free throw 28-35 with 80% from the free throw line. And yeah, that's where they're killing us. Offensive rebounds with 15.
Yeah, they did kind of
Yeah.
dominate that.
Yeah, total of 46 rebounds, 36 assists. That's where they kill us too, and I don't know why. Because I know Doc like preach about ball movement, but you really got to get on them to have them do ball movement. Don't try to tell them to like pass it like too little, too late. 10 steals, 2 blocks, and look at that. Not even that bad of a turnover. It's only 8. Which, Ryan Rollins got 5 turnovers, and Kevin Porter Jr. got 4. Yeah, they really need some work. Anyways, team status for the Bucks 39-82. With I said that's 48% from the field. Their 3-point shooting was not that great either. 12-35 with 34.3% from 3. Yeah, we already know about the free throw issues, and 34-43 with 79.1% from free throw. Only 6 offensive rebounds, which they really need to do a little bit better. Total of 36 rebounds. Yeah, that's bad. 21 assists. That's bad too. Really got to pass more. But I know sometimes, the players do got to execute. So that's another problem in itself as well. 5 steals, only 2 blocks, and 14 turnovers. Not that great. So let's go back and talk about the player status. So Yeah, everybody in the starting five scored at least 9 points or more, and majority of everybody on the bench as well, except for one person. Well, yeah, that's a problem. Okay, yeah, Okanyu from the Hawks had 13 points, one steal, three assists, 10 rebounds, so double double with two offensive rebounds, perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw, 1 of 4 from three, and 4 of 8 from the field. Then Zachary Risher, sorry if I said his name or last name wrong. Oh wow, he led the game. I think he had the game high and led the team with 36 points. One steal, 6 rebounds with 4 offensive rebounds, 7 of 9 from the free throw, 5 of 11 from three, and 12 of 21 from the field. Oh, Mohamed Guai, sorry if I said that wrong. Anyways, oh yeah, it's a three-way tie for the highest plus minus. Okawu and Mohamed, yeah. Anyways, he had 9 points, one assist, 9 rebounds, so near double double for him. Three offensive rebounds, 2 of 4 from the free throw, 1 of 2 from three, and 3 of 5 from the field. Trey Young, oh yeah, he really didn't have a great game except for like his free throw shooting, and his assists. So yeah, anyways, he had 19 points, two steals, 19 assists, so 19 and 19. So that's something you haven't seen in a while. 3 rebounds, 9 of 11 from the free throw, 2 of 9 from three, and 4 of 16 from the field. Dyson Daniels had 22 points and plus 21, tied for the highest plus minus. 5 steals, 6 assists, 9 rebounds with 3 offensive rebounds, so near double double for him as well. This is insane. Everybody almost like either nearly getting double doubles or got a double double, especially with the starting five. Anyways, he had 3 offensive rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw, 0 of 3 from three, and 10 of 15 from the field. Now the bench, that's another problem in itself. Dominique Barrow, 8 points, one steal, one assist, 2 rebounds, both offensive rebounds, 3 of 4 from the free throw, 1 of 1 from three, and 2 of 2 from the field. George Niang, although he was good in Cleveland, but I'm surprised, he's doing better in Atlanta. He always been killing us. 17 points, one assist, 1 rebound, 1 of 1 from the free throw, 4 of 8 from three, and 6 of 11 from the field. Karis LeVert with 9 points, 2 blocks, 1 assist, 3 rebounds, 1 of 6 from three, but 4 of 9 from the field. Terrence Nan, who got ejected earlier in the around the third quarter, I believe, 9 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. That was the offensive rebound. 1 of 2 from three, and 4 of 5 from the field. Yeah, so every single player, except for like one, did good. For us, it's a different story. Torian Prince, I think if he didn't try to rush that 3-pointer, it would have been fine. But I know we was on the verge, coming back into the in the fourth quarter, but it just wasn't enough. Anyways, let's see who has the lowest plus. Oh, okay, see who has the lowest plus minus. Anyways, got 7 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 4 rebounds with 1 offensive rebound, 1 of 1 from the free throw, 2 of 5 from three, and 2 of 5 from the field. Giannis with 31 points had the team high, 5 turnovers, so yeah, that's really not great. 1 steal, 5 assists, 9 rebounds, so near double double. And like I said, all the assists he had was all in the first quarter. He really got to do better and be smart about passing the ball. If a player doesn't make the shot, still keep passing, and they're gonna get their groove. It's just like they watching you and saying like doing hero ball, it's not going to work. Anyways, 9 to 14 from the free throw, 0-1 from three, and 11 to 18 from the field. Kyle Kuzma, okay, he's got the second lowest plus minus. I don't know why. He had, 25 points, only one turnover, one assist, 6 rebounds with one offensive rebound. So I know some people are going to get on him about the rebound. 5 of 6 from the free throw, 4 of 9 from three, which is not too bad, and 8 of 17 from the field, which is okay. Not even going to talk about Brooke. It's not even worth talking about. So I don't even know what happened to him. Just past few games, he just hasn't been scoring much or hasn't tried to score enough. But then again, look at him. He was 0-2 from three, so that explains it all. Ryan Rollins had the lowest plus minus with minus 28, but he had 10 points, only one turnover, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw, 2 of 3 from three, and 3 of 6 from the field. Yeah, they really had to have him play more because he was good in his past 2 games, but yeah, only 28 minutes. I don't know, but anyways, bench wise, Pat Connaughton did okay, but it was just that costly turnover that he did that just like irks me, but I get it. But Gary Trent Jr. Not good shooting game today. Only 10 points, 3 rebounds, 5 of 5 from the free throw, 1 of 6 from three, and 2 of 9 from the field. Kevin Porter Jr. led the bench and had a very good game. 28 points. Only 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 5 assists, 4 rebounds with 1 offensive rebounds. Perfect 9 and 9 from the free throw, 3 of 5 from three, and 8 of 12 from the field. So they got to work something out. You got Kevin Porter Jr. that's scoring, starter numbers. Maybe you should start him instead of Prince and have Prince be like the backup or something. And plus, like I said, you got a guy right here that's 6'10", 6'11". Then you got Chris Livingston that's 6'8", and you got Pete Nance that's 6'10", and you now going to use them on garbage time? Yeah, like I said, I blame some of this on the coaching. And some of the coaches, like assistant coaches, not saying a word, not trying to tell Doc that, we need to do this, we need to do that.
But they may be limited to what they can be saying. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes, sadly.
And sadly, they got to do something. But, anyways, final score, 145, 124. Atlanta wins the season series 3-2. They end up playing Atlanta more than usual because of the game on December 14th was the NBA Cup tournament. I think it was the semifinals. They ended up being the Hawks to end up winning, getting up to the NBA Cup championship game. But earlier, Hawks beat the Bucks in Milwaukee, 119-104 on December 4th. Then a few weeks later, Bucks beat them 102-110. Hawks beat the Bucks on February 7th. Hawks beat the Bucks. I'm sorry, close game, 110-115. Then, of course, the game before, you got Bucks winning on March 4th. Well, you might as well say like earlier this month, 127-121. So, yeah. Something, that they probably need to work on. So, if it wasn't for the extra game, probably the series would have been tied 2-2 with, Hawks probably get the advantage or something like that. Not looking at stats, but we are going to... Wait, did Washington play? I think they either that or they played last night. Okay, no, they did not play. Okay. So that probably was last night that the Wizards did play. So anyway, let's go to these games. The Houston Phoenix games is over with. We'll look at that score in a bit. Cavaliers won at home against the Clippers, 122-127. Um, Knicks beat Portland, 93-110. Minnesota beat Detroit, and it seemed like there was some drama going on there. Like looked like it was like a big old fight. 104-123. The Pelicans beat the Hornets. Nah, shocker. 94-98. Warriors beat the Spurs 148-106. Toronto beat Philly. Not surprising. 127-109. And you got Houston and Phoenix. What's the score of that one? Okay, Houston won 148-109. So now let's go to the standings. And I'm sorry, this is just like a mystery in itself. Like, some new stuff developed, so we'll talk about that. Cavaliers, of course, they clinched the division. Boston, as of today, clinched the division. Knicks, of course, they clinched the playoff berth. Pacers still in fourth, and Detroit is in fifth. Both teams lost their last game, and of course the Bucks, that's the sixth seed, lose their last four, and possibly could drop to the play-in tournament. Yeah, I think if they keep losing, they really got to look at what they done. Of course, Atlanta beat us. Orlando won their game. Chicago lost their last game, and Miami winning their last four. Then you got Toronto that might still have an opportunity to pass Miami up, but it looks like it may be a little bit too late. But they're not eliminated from playoff contention yet. But everybody else, Brooklyn, Philadelphia, Charlotte, and Washington, all are eliminated from playoff contention. So let's move on. The West is like really tight right now. But you got Oklahoma City Thunder. They might as well say they clinched the. That's what it means by Z. Oh, clinched the Western Conference. So regardless of what happened, they still gonna be staying in that first seed. Then you got Houston. Then you got Denver. Then Lakers, Memphis. Lost their last two, especially after the firing of their coach, which I don't get why, and probably would never understand it. Warriors now in sixth, won their last two. Minnesota won their last two in seventh. Clippers are in eighth. They lost their last game, of course. Dallas, oh wow, Dallas creeped right back up to ninth. And almost got a 500 record. If they win their game, I think they might play tomorrow. So who knows? Then you got Dallas. Then you got the Sacramento Kings. That's the 10th spot. Then you got Phoenix. Hey, Phoenix fans, we told y'all about Coach Bud. We told y'all. Normally, like you say, he's a good regular season coach, but when it comes to playoffs, it's not even that great. But seems like he's not going to be a good regular season coach anymore either. So yeah, that's crazy. Portland and San Antonio and Pelicans and the Jazz so far are the only two teams in the West that are eliminated from playoff contention. So we're gonna move on from this, and we will talk about last night's AEW Collision. Let me just click onto that. I'm sorry, but it's just the funny thing that although with Collision, it was a great show, and Ring of Honor, they filmed the first half hour of Ring of Honor. Then after they were done with Collision, then the rest of the hour was like Ring of Honor. So I don't know if you think that's like kind of backwards or what you think of that, but I don't know. I think they should do a little bit better. Like if they want to have hold on.
In the regular season, blood clots being a life-threatening condition if not handled properly, we may have seen the last of Dame in a Bucks uni this season, which had us asking the question on Big 12 Sports Saturday, will the trade that brought Lillard to the Cream City be remembered as one of the worst in Wisconsin sports history?
No, I don't think so.
And let's not forget that trade led the way to the Celtics becoming a powerhouse, because Drew Holiday was able to then sign with the Celtics and win a championship. Drew?
I can't say it's the worst. There have been others. My worst trade in Wisconsin history, I'm channeling my inner Dan Needles here as the old guy on the panel. Mid-70s, the Packers traded for a quarterback. They tried to get Archie Manning, interestingly, and that fell through. And then they went and got John Hadel. And it's referred to, I grew up and it was referred to as the Lawrence Welk trade because they traded draft picks, a 1, a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. They traded 5 draft picks. That's the whole guy reference right there. A second, 3 firsts, 2 seconds, and a third. It was horrible. He was awful. It crippled the Packers draft in the mid-70s. They're trying to get back to the playoffs for the second time since the Lombardi year. It didn't work.
And he was coming off an MVP year the season before. He was a Pro Bowler in the previous 2 years. I mean, the dude was a stud with the Chargers and the Rams. Just didn't work out with the Packers.
Old and done. Like me, kind of.
Never. I was trying to think back, like the Josh Hader trade in 2022, which kind of crippled the Brewers' season. I mean, they were on their way to making the playoffs. As soon as that trade happened, the team chemistry just fell apart. That said, we look big picture to get Robert Gasser, who we think is going to be really good, and they were able to turn Ruiz into William Contreras, so that obviously worked off as well. But man, I mean, and look, if Damian Lillard doesn't play, right? If this is the last time we ever see Lillard in a Bucks uniform, which it might be, and the Bucks are bouncing the first round, I don't know how this doesn't go down as the worst trade in Wisconsin history. You're trading for a top 75 player. You get rid of a player that you just won a championship with the season before in Drew Holiday.
But Drew Holiday was doing bad too, though.
He never played with Giannis in the playoffs. You don't win a playoff series, and he never really gels with your superstar that you had.
I mean, the Brewers also let a guy walk who would proceed to compete for the Triple Crown the very next year and hit another 490 home runs in Gary Sheffield. But I don't think this is the worst because I don't know if you can necessarily pin it. It's all health matters, right?
Yep.
It's injury-wise. I mean, he missed a couple of games in the playoffs last year, came back, had a Herculean effort, but he was clearly still banged up. And, I mean, a blood clot, how do you ever prepare for it? It's not like Dame came here with a history of injury, and it's like, hey, you know what you're getting. This guy is injury-prone. He's not.
It's not, look, the trade isn't
Exactly.
putting the onus on the player. It's just it hasn't worked out. And what you gave up to get him helped another team massively within your conference that has become a rival of yours in sorts. I mean, this was supposed to be...
Okay, they didn't think Portland was going to go after Drew Holiday, though.
Like Khalil Mack in the day, or...
like, we can look back at it now, but...
For them to have, and then it doesn't work out with Jordan Love. Like, this was supposed to be the most dynamic basketball duo that basketball has seen since Pippen and Jordan. This was supposed to be it. And if he doesn't play this postseason and the Bucks get bounced this postseason, that's 0 postseason series wins. That's a horrible trade. Well, the Celtics won a championship.
I'll say disappointing as opposed to worse.
Exactly, I agree.
Of course, we don't know Dame's timeline. He may play in the playoffs, but I wouldn't necessarily bet on that.
We'll be watching. Thanks, Jim.
But anyways, I don't think that'll be the worst trade ever. There's a lot of worst trades, like, get rid of Ray Allen for Gary Payton. I can think about that one. That was the worst trade. Let's see. There's probably be some in the past too, like, trading Kareem and all that stuff. And besides, they try not to work with him. But then again, like, Kareem wanted to go, so let him go. But I think, I guess they thought, trade him to the Lakers. Of course, Kareem gets to go back home. But we, don't benefit from it for, like, after, the 73-74 season where they make it to the finals but lost. So, yeah, I guess you can look at that as you will. And I don't know. I just think that, the Dame thing ain't the worst trade all over Wisconsin. So, I don't know. There's been worse. like I said, with the Ray Allen trade, then you got the Jay Crowder trade for like the draft picks. So yeah, probably gotta look at those before you look at Damian Lillard. So it's just like the news reporter said, like there's nothing Dame could do. He didn't come in there like injury prone, like Middleton. But anyways, yes. Yesterday's collision. Like collision was good, and the first half hour of Ring of Honor was good. I think with the Ring of Honor, the next hour after that, it just dragged along with like multiple tag team matches. Like it was just like multiple, like about 3 or 4 tag team matches. Then the main event that wasn't televised, but we end up seeing was for the Pure Championship on Lee Morality from Shane Promotion against AR Fox, and that was really a good match. So it was probably that match, and it was another match that I thought, but oh yeah, the hologram match. I forgot who he went up against. So those 2 matches were my match of the night. And y'all probably didn't see I don't know. I don't even know if it's gonna be on Ring of Honor this Thursday, but we'll see. Let's see. Anyways, of course, Jay White did announce that he was going to be in the Owen Hart Foundation Cup tournament. Then they also, put up there that Kevin the Jet Knight, who I didn't recognize at first because he got braids. Because when I see him in TNA, he had hair, but it wasn't like braided or anything like that. But yeah, I ain't no TNA actually let him go, but that sucks. Yeah, so end up going to AEW, and maybe something works out. So we'll see. Maybe you get that Ricochet treatment, so that that they got with him at AEW right now. So that's not gonna be good. Of course, with Jamie Hannah with her visa issues, whatever. She thought she was gonna face Queen Amanta, but that ended up, not happening because Queen Amanta ended up getting injured. Yeah, Tony Storm did kick off the show. Just talking. Then Penelope ended up with the attack. Then Bane ended up, out of nowhere attacking her, and that was, it from there. But Megan Bane, she was only there for like maybe like about 5 minutes because she has to leave from there, then go to Chicago for a show there. But then again, their show didn't start till 8 o'clock. So if she would have arrived late, I don't think whoever she was facing was gonna be on that time just yet. So yeah, of course, Death Riders was on the video. Yeah, that Death Riders really gotta die. Anyways, Jay White versus Kevin Knight. That we just talked about. Jay White did win the match, but it was a very, very good match as well. Anyways, then you got Mercedes Moné versus Robin Renegade. I'm trying to figure out what happened to her twin sister, because we didn't see her since. So don't know what's going on with that. Of course, Mercedes Moné did win, and yeah, we'll just leave it off at that. Yeah, and also Mercedes Moné claimed herself to be in the Owen Hart's tournament for the women. So I guess she's now gonna be trying to focus on trying to get the women's world title. Billy Starks has entered in that cup tournament. Athena, like I said, can't even stand her ever since she made that comment. Down here, yeah, I think it was in the middle of the a backstage segment that I think she mentioned that she was gonna be in the on her tournament. for the women. Anyways, the Learning Tree, Big Bill, and Brian Keefe went against Top Flight with Layla Gray. It was a good match as well, but I guess just the way it ended, it was, I wouldn't say, probably for me, it was a little bit shocked, but because I thought, Top Flight had like it going and looked like they was going to win, but okay, so with that win, Bill and Brian earned a tag title shot. Okay. Oh, it's even the tag team champ right now. And that's like a sad part too, is like, who is the tag team champs? Like, I think I got lost after crap. It was after a Private Party lost the titles, then can't even remember who's got it. So anyways, the off confrontation between Top Flight and the crew, then AR Fox was, went there and made the save because they was about to attack him. Adam Cole face to face. Of course, they're gonna fight at Dynasty. I think it's like gonna be like a maybe no disqualification match. I don't know. Anyways, Dax Harwood wins against Wheeler Yuta. I know everybody was chanting, like saying like he should cut his hair. Well, whatever. Decent match. But surprisingly, Wheeler Muta ended up winning the match. So yeah, surprise out of everything. And I know Dax was like pretty shocked. Looked like the ref was about to stop Dax from attacking the ref, then try to go after Mula, then Cass Wheeler tried to calm him down, then Dax ended up pushing him, and Dax tried to say he was sorry, but Cass was like, no, I'm not dealing with this, and just left. So didn't know they was gonna make tension in between FTR, which has been good, like holding the tag team division down. I don't know, they was pretty good, but yeah. Okay, so this was the match I was talking about: Hologram versus Blake Christian with Lee Johnson. Y'all familiar with Blake Christian? He did once wrestle for TNA, and I think he did a little bit AEW in the past, but I guess have him there tonight. I think he only had, I think he wrestled then, left because I think he had to go down to Chicago as well. So, yeah, people are very busy, especially, with a double pay. So, you know what? Do what you can. But, yeah, like I said, this was one of the televised match because I don't think that main event that happened was televised. But this match was the match of the night with Hologram and Blake Christian, end up going against each other. So, yep. Of course, Chris Statlander and Thunder Rosa, they enter their name in the Horn Heart tournament. Main event: Jamie Hayter versus Billy Starks. The match didn't seem that long, and Jamie Hayter won. Athena came out and stared down Hayter. Maybe they will feud up and maybe have the Ring of Honor Championship. You never know. Then, like I said, the rest of the matches that they have full of Ring of Honor was mainly like 3 tag matches, then just that one main event. But an interesting thing after that main event, Tony Khan came out and just thank everybody for being here, and we're gonna be back like real soon. So, well, we already know they're gonna come back eventually. They're gonna be there like once a year. They're going to be here in Milwaukee once a year. So, give us more of like a wrestling fix. That's good. But, just before Ring of Honor had, they started that, that hour with Ring of Honor, it was a kid out there that said to the announcer, we should get a pay-per-view. He was like, oh, I think Tony Khan did hear that. But it was mentioned again, like after, with Tony Khan was just like talking with everybody. Everybody shouted pay-per-view. And he was like, y'all think y'all can do it? It's like, yeah, everybody was like saying, yeah. Um, but yeah, that would be something, at least, have like a pay per view here since, the sad thing is the last pay per view we had was, freaking Fastlane, which was in 2017 of March. And we was rumors supposed to get like a pay per view this year for WWE, which was supposed to be Money in the Bank, but right now it's not looking good. Looks like it's gonna go to LA. But yeah, I guess we'll look into it. We'll see if we get our wish next year for maybe get AEW pay per view. So regardless of whatever pay per view that is going to be for AEW, I think it's going to be more of a crowd than it was this past Saturday. Because the thing is with us, they go with small arenas and they sell out. But then again, when you came here, which with the arenas that we have, we have venues that have like 100, 200 people like watching a independent show, but I don't think they want to go that low to do a show. I think what's like happening is it's like if they do a pay per view at the Panther Arena, I think it will guarantee it will sell out. Especially you're gonna have your people from Chicago like coming here, which I thought people there in Chicago were they were big AEW fans would have showed up. Then you got a few people that can't make it because of work and all that stuff. So it's like, what more can you do? Then you have people that I'm not gonna buy like a online ticket. I want an actual like ticket in my hand type of deal. All these conspiracy theories with some people, it's just so awful to deal with. So that's another story for another time. But God, if we end up getting a pay per view, what would it be? Because I don't think they're gonna have a year later than they have Revolution be here, which I seriously doubt it that they would have that. I don't think they're gonna have like Double or Nothing. I don't think they're gonna have their main. Let's see, they got Double or Nothing. That's one of their main ones. All In and All Out is that. Then their November pay per view, which on thing I can see, maybe they have the World's End here next year, and they probably will have let's see. I think they got something in July. I'm not sure, but maybe October or June, or the AEW versus the Forbidden Door could be another one that they could have here too. So that could be something. Welcome New Japan Pro Wrestling here for people that are not familiar with it. So that's a possibility. And for you AEW fans that was criticizing, saying that, oh yeah, they sold out, they sell out everything. Not at a small arena, and plus with here yesterday, I don't hear y'all talking now because it wasn't sold out. Like, it was still ticket selling. If you saw that video I put up yesterday, but anyways, yeah, check it out. But anyways, we know AEW is gonna be back here in Milwaukee next year. We just don't know when or what. So this is the first time AEW had a collision here in Milwaukee. So yeah, so something different. It normally would be like Dynamite. So yeah, that'd be the case. So let's see, that'll be enough wrestling talk. Let's get to the review of Harley Quinn for people that's interested in comic books and comic book movies and TV shows, stuff like that. So season 5 was a little bit different. Like Gotham was like end up being like trash and stuff like that. So Harley and Poison, they end up moving to Metropolis. Where Superman, Lois Lane, and all them. So they had that going on, and yeah, they really was dealing with one of the most popular villains that's on DC was Brainiac. So had him, and they had Lex Luthor's sister. I forgot what her name is. So yeah, so that's like ended up happening. Like they'll end up going. I forgot what her name is on the comic books. I can't believe I forgot it. So let's see. Will they mention her name on here so I can see? Lena Luthor. Okay, thank you. Okay, Lena Luthor. So all that stuff going on, she like try to make Metropolis like a great place, but it ended up she trying to like stab both Harley and Poison Ivy and everybody else in the back. So she was end up wanting to control her own thing, and yeah. So I might have to rewatch these like episodes again in the summer, just to really like, I wouldn't say like not like really like watching, but like actually watch them, because I'm back and forth with the other stuff and all that. So yeah, but I'm not saying that this was their best season ever, and I'm not saying it's the worst either. So I'm not saying that. It's like a little bit between good and okay. So like you got great, good, okay, mid, and suck. So it's between good and okay for me for this season. I think they had a little bit of Superman like on here, and don't know what the heck is going on with Bruce Wayne, and like why he's not suiting up and stuff like that. Because if y'all saw like season, yeah, he got arrested and he was in jail in season 4 because of what he did. And darn, I forgot what he did. But it was just bad enough that he did end up getting arrested, and end up in jail. He did get out. I think it was like towards the end of season 4. I think he was out, but ended up dating of course Lena Luthor, and then all the craziness happened, and he just like went down, like looked down on himself. It was just a mess. But you got to see Harley's parents. Although that I think the dad died in what I think it was episode 8 or episode 9, and yeah, had her mother to go by, and yes, it was like crazy itself. But overall, if I had to grade it, I would grade it like a B minus for this season. So a B minus, and rating it would be maybe a 7. So a B minus for grading, and rating would be 7. So maybe there was some surprises in there, but I think it just wasn't enough surprises. Like bring in like some new characters. Like I'm glad they did when they put her like parents in there, but I think they just needed a little bit more. And I forgot that one plant's name that was like a friend of Poison Ivy's. Of course, he died and ended up creating a kid, like a little girl plant. So, taking care of that, and it's just one of those things. We'll see how it goes. But I think hopefully episode 6, not episode, but season 6 will be a little bit better. So, but yeah, it's just this season. It was okay. Like the first 4 seasons was great, but I think season 5 was okay. So, hopefully, they get back in the drawing board and see, what they can do. So, that's just my thoughts on that. Really ain't that much, comic book reporting and stuff to talk about. But I just thought I'd just talk about this because I know I was probably needed to get to it and just talk about it. But yeah, if I had to say between the 5, which was the worst season, it would have to be this one, season 5. If I had to choose like all 5 seasons. But like I said, the season 5 is between okay and good. It was something. It was just something missing. That's mainly what it was. Maybe some character that was in like the seasons past, maybe they can add them on. And of course, Joker was there too. All the finesse that's going on up there. Hey, Dry Bones. We were just talking about wrestling. You just missed out. So mostly I'm end up going to end the show on that. You guys that's watching through Twitch, we do live content almost every day. So please check us out. Also, follow us on here. Like, we need more people to follow on there for the channel to grow. So share the channel and please support us. After you guys that's on watching YouTube, either pre-recorded or live, I didn't think it was gonna be this long, but we was talking about a lot of Bucks stuff and the Bucks issues, and I know a lot of people losing faith in them, like, making it far in the playoffs this season. I still think they gonna be in a. I know this can be a spoiler for what I was gonna say for talk about on their Bucks review. But I think they're gonna get no farther than the second round. I'm not expecting the Bucks to get to the NBA Finals this year or anything like that. But I'm thinking that they probably gonna end up like, depends who they face, because it seems like right now it looks like it could be the Knicks, or they're gonna end up going to the play-in tournament. Or if they end up getting the 7th seed, they probably gonna end up with Boston. So that's gonna be a tough one to handle. So we know all the seedings are not set in stone just yet. But you guys that's watching on YouTube and pre-recorded or live, like I said, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the subscribers that have been supportive with the channel since day one. One of the longest reigning channels in YouTube. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so hopefully we can get there by the end of the year. But right now, so far so good. Get like at least like a subscriber every day, so that's good news on that. Let's see what else. Over 2,500 videos and counting. So if you're interested in the topics we talked about today, and also development that's going on in the city of Milwaukee, if you're interested in that, this will be the channel for you. I am going to talk about more wrestling. The season premiere episode of Top 10, WFSO's Top 10, will be on tomorrow. So I thought I was going to go live, but I'm probably most likely will not. So it probably will be like a pre-recorded episode, but probably at one point I'm probably going to end up doing it live just for the fun of it, just to go from there and see how it receives. So if it's received very good, maybe some days I probably will go live on when it comes to WFSO Top 10. So that's coming up. Like I said, starting tomorrow. Then you got other stuff that's going on, and plus I need to put a report for the video, the highlights of AEW Collision. So that's gonna be put up sometime tonight. And like I said, trying to think. I think that's pretty much it. But I just know April will be a busy. The first few weeks will be busy. Let's just put it that way. It is my birthday month, and I don't know. Maybe I should do something to celebrate. But nobody hasn't been interested in answering the question for the keychain. So I've been looking at my comments and stuff, and nobody hasn't replied. So probably what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save this for do it on the Real Milwaukee Bucks fan group. So if y'all want to check out Real Milwaukee Bucks fans to try to win these keychains, all you gotta do is go to Facebook page and look for Real Milwaukee Bucks fans, and get on there and answer all the questions. Don't try to half-ass it or anything like that. Answer all the questions. If you don't answer them questions, you're not gonna get in the group. So just let y'all know about that. Also check out the website wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. We got upcoming events that's going on around the Midwest that we posted on there. Also, events like wrestling events, and also Bucks events as well. Like I said, the merchandise store. We don't know what we're going to officially call it yet. Hopefully that'll be up by summer. And trying to think what else. All the other stuff that's like going on too. So get a chance, check it out. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching once again. Please like the channel or comment on some of the topics we talk about today, so we can get like a conversation going on. So, just say what you need to say on the topics. But anyways, like I said, that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Until the next video, you guys have a good night. Or if you're watching during the day, have a good day as well.